Hey everybody, it's Ed. Alright, so let us look at and talk a little bit about, in my opinion, one of the greatest Elvis Presley albums that was released. 1970. We saw the release of Elvis. That's the way it is. And pretty much this is one of those albums that I remember ever since as far back as I can remember. And listening to it with my parents, and even without my parents back in the day, and definitely left an impression on me. And as you can see, I kind of love this album. So therefore, I have multiple copies, versions, whatever. So figured we go over them and look and see what has been released over the years. I don't think I have every single release, but got a good amount. So let's break it down. Let's see what we have. All right, let's start with the original release. And this one actually still happens to be in its shrink. But this is an original pressing, LP. And if we look at the back, we can see where it advertises to see the MGM personal appearance film at theaters worldwide. Directed by Dennis Sanders. And all that other good stuff with the credits. All right. But I believe later pressings did not have the advertisement to say, that would say see the film. Because by that time, it would not be in theaters anymore. And this was pre-home video, remember? So, there you go. All right, and this was a release from 2000 when they did the special edition release of the movie. That's the way it is. So what they did was they had a 3 CD set. And overseas, this was not released in America, but that's the way it is. 5 LP box set, special deluxe 30th edition, limited edition vinyl. All right, complete original album, 45 unreleased performances, digitally remastered. So that is not analog. There we have a movie. We'll get into the movies in a minute. Actually, let's do the audio first. This is the FTD LP release with a different cover, expanded album. Actually, it's not even the album. It's not the original masters on here. It's just different takes and outtakes, but good stuff. And then that's the FTD release CD, 2 CD set, which has more than they could fit on the album. All right. And then we have, this was a legacy edition LP, but I believe this was only released in the UK or the EU, not in America, from Music on Vinyl. So this was actually, it's a 4 LP set, and basically what they did was they have the original album, then they have some singles, and then they did an LP 3 and 4, the concert that was released as the Record Store Day, Elvis at the International, which I'm not showing. I should have probably showed that as part of this collection, but as you can kind of see, I had limited room of what I could fit. All right, but this was a 2014 release that coincided with this CD release. That was the CD was released in America. The album was not. If you wanted to get it, it was through import. All right, so where do we go from here? Let's look at the DVDs first. So we have the original version of Elvis, That's the Way It Is on DVD. Oh shoot, I forgot to bring out my Laserdisc. You can check out another video where I show the limited Elvis Laserdiscs, but That's the Way It Is one of them. All right, and then we have the special edition, 2000 release. And then we have, I believe this is even a later edition, where they combine the two together, the original release and the special edition release. And then we have the Blu-ray, because, well, money. All right, then we have original singles from the era. I've Lost You and The Next Step Is Love. Now, the difference between I've Lost You of the single and what was released on the album is the single version is a studio version of I've Lost You, and the album version is a live version. Next Step Is Love is the same. All right, and then same thing goes with the next single, which is Patch It Up, You Don't Have to Say You Love Me. Patch It Up on the single is the studio version, and Patch It Up on the album is live So you get two different versions, which is pretty neat. And Patch It Up wasn't released on album until the Volume 2 box set back in, I think it was 1970, 71. Here's the advertisement for the Volume 1 box set. It's on the back of the single, For I've Lost You. And The Next Step Is Love. All right, let's get into more CDs. All right, so we saw the CD for the 30th edition and the album. All right, now, here we have the MFSL release of Elvis, That's the Way It Is. This was on a gold CD. Let me see if I can get this open. So, this sounds great. I've had this since the early 90s when it was released. Great stuff. All right, and then we have, this is, I believe, from 1992. I think it said that. I don't know. I think I saw 1992 somewhere, but it's definitely a 90s release. I don't believe this is late 80s. I think it's early 90s. All right, and then, of course, we have the Legacy Edition. And then this was from the 60 CD box set. So it's basically just a cardboard sleeve that is a basic reprinting of the original release, which is very cool. So I think that pretty much sums up my collection of Elvis Presley LPs, CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays. Didn't show the Laserdisc, but I do have the Laserdisc as well. Of Elvis Presley, That's the Way It Is. Wait, do I? No, I'm sorry. You know what? I lied. I have On Tour on Laserdisc and Aloha. I do not have That's the Way It Is on Laserdisc. So, that is why I'm not showing it to you. Alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate you watching. Let me know your thoughts on this album. And if you want, like I said, just leave a comment. Alright, everybody. Thank you again. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Take care.